Okay, we're live. Hopefully, everybody will slide on in. I know this is a surprise live, but I wanted to sit around and have some conversation. I know some folks are probably bunkered in. We had a combination of freezing temps and snow started to fall today, and it's been snowing off and on all day here. So we had got,
Jeez.
girl, yes, sometimes it just reinforces the fact that maybe, just maybe, I need to move south.
It doesn't hurt, but it seems like most of the South also got hit with the snowstorm and like the
Mm
weather change. But here in Florida, I've been outside most of the day.
hmm. Mm
It
hmm.
was we were cooking out there. We were just
Oh my God. Really, Bree? Okay.
they were barbecuing. They were barbecuing, but we were hot. We were like, it felt great though.
Felt nice and
I'm
toasty.
so, yeah. It's like as soon, and the thing is with Florida, there's really no humidity. So as soon as you step out, like you will feel the heat.
Ah.
And like if you're 8 minutes out, you're gonna start to really feel it, start to tan a little bit, everything.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, all I can say is, woo, enjoy, because definitely it's the total opposite up here.
I know.
The total
We'll send
opposite.
some like we'll trade a little bit. I'll give you some warm air. You give a little bit of cool air to kind of
Right.
balance it out.
Girl, listen, man, if I could send it all down there, I would most definitely
Oh, we
do that.
well, we don't want it all. We
Mm.
just a little bit.
Girl, you crazy. He was like, listen, don't send us all of it, okay? We just
Hmm.
a little cool breeze, I guess.
Yeah. Hi, Paris. No, we did go live on Friday.
Yep, we went live. You were there, Paris.
Yeah. Yeah. All the usual suspects. Everybody. Well,
Mm-hmm.
25 of y'all in here. Hi. Hey,
Hello,
everyone.
hello. And y'all probably wondering, like, what's going on? We just went live on Friday. What's
For almost
happening
4 hours.
today? Right, it was 4 hours. Me, you, and Keish.
We had a lot to say. Uh,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All
and we
right. Go ahead. What are you about to say?
I was like, it's February sweeps starting tomorrow. We got some things we got to say too.
Yep. Yep. So, welcome you guys to Soap Corner Talk. It's just myself, T, and Miss Bree on the line today, and we're going to talk February. As we begin February sweeps, we got to talk about the spoilers for this upcoming week. So, that's what I wanted to jump on and kind of talk about what you guys expect. Do you think they're going to knock it out the park, or we're going to get a Sleepy Town sweeps month again? So I kind of want to get you guys' thoughts on that, because Lord, I'm telling you, we need uh we need some excitement. And it look like it might be headed that direction, you know?
Right.
But,
Because
what you say?
I would say 2025 is very lackluster.
Oh my gosh. And we're going to leave 2025 in 2025, okay?
Yeah,
So
for sure.
yeah, let's leave 2025 and 2025 and let them, because I'm telling you, uh, looking back on the previous sweeps month, Luna took up most of the stuff on the sweeps months for Bold and Beautiful. The sweeps, do you remember what were the sweep highlights for Young and the Restless in February, in
Niece.
May, in November? I don't
It was
remember.
Errol Starter Dumas.
But he came
It
in
was
June. Or was it May?
well, it was the buildup of Errol Starter Dumas.
Mm-hmm.
It was also the stuff that happened with Mark Laurent.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and they pretty much, and then the build up with Victor and Audra trying to break up Claire and Kyle.
Okay, gotcha.
So that was pretty much it. Nothing too major.
Nothing too dang. Okay, yeah. All right. So yeah, we wanted to kind of see what you guys thought. This is the first upcoming sweeps month for 2026. And a few things is happening on the horizon. We got this situation with the AI software for Young and the Restless. We got this Taylor Deacon thing going on, and this Miss Dillon situation going on between Will and, all of that. And then Beyond the Gates, it just seemed like every day is a sweeps day or something because there's always something exciting going on. You know what I mean? What do you think, Bree?
It's fresh. We look forward to the new episodes. I can't wait for Monday to hurry up and get here. And all the people in Canada, we know you're ahead.
Right.
So, if you showcase some of those episodes,
that
the plug where we can watch it from.
That would be awesome. So yeah, we just wanted to hop on. I know everybody might be locked in unless you're down by Bree. I think one of the girls in the chat is in Miami. Was that Paris? Who was in Miami?
I thought that was Aisha.
Aisha's in Miami. Okay. So I know unless you got some good weather going on, a lot of us are just in the house. And so I said this would be a good time for me and Bree. I had to check in with her because I know she had a lot going on today too, to kind of chime in with y'all. Hopefully this will not be a 4-hour live because I know folks, unless you got a snow day tomorrow, have to go to work. So we won't keep you guys too long, but just a nice, fun pre-spoiler chat. Okay. So let me switch over to. Oh, there she is. Aisha, like, yep, Miami. Don't rub it in, girl. Don't rub it in. Okay. All right.
Okay.
We are going to start with the Young and the Restless. And quite a few things going on. If you see the photos, those are photos from the promo. We now just last week got Abby and Devon back. There's all of this stuff about what Victor's trying to do when it comes to using Kane's family against him. Mariah and this whole kidnapping storyline. Um, and then look like I think Audra's supposed to get a shocking offer this week. So we're gonna talk about a lot of different things. A lot of different things. All right, so let's start with Monday. Now, for those that live in Canada, you probably have seen the Monday episode. I have seen it. Bree have seen it. We watch it on a specific platform, even though we're not in Canada. Lot.
Yeah.
What? Okay, so without giving the entire episode away, because obviously there are people that have not seen it. What do you think about Victoria trying to hit? I mean, Victor hitting Kane where it hurts. Sharon worries about Noah's future with Sienna, and Victoria steps up to protect her family legacy tomorrow.
Oh my goodness. To be honest, like for Victor to stoop so low to protect his company, I understand he's trying to do everything he can. He can't accept defeat, but the very first 5 minutes, you see the defeat.
Girl, you know what? I wish you had I would have put those photos in there. I forgot about that scene. Go ahead.
Oh, I still had those. But this man was on the verge of tears. Monday's episode, y'all have, when I say we've never seen Victor, like he's lost people in his life. He would even be sad about Nikki. Nothing compares to him losing his company. It is something else. And he falls into like Victoria. But I found it really funny how Victoria was in her feelings about her father's plans, or the fact that he didn't want to include her in it.
Mm-hmm.
But to be honest, I wouldn't want to have anything to do with it. This is probably the dumbest thing he could think of.
Oh my God. Yeah, that whole plan, which according to the spoilers, it says that Victor's going to hit Kane where it hurts. What he's using is diabolical, in my opinion, because you're, first of all, it's a gaslight. It's not truly
Mm-hmm.
something that's going to happen. He's going to gaslight this man as if this is something that's going to hit him at his core.
And I'm like, we'll see, because he definitely said he didn't care.
He sure
So
did.
I don't know how this is going to benefit anything, but this was by far the dumbest thing he could do.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
mm,
he wouldn't want it if it was him.
of course not, but he
Like if
don't care.
if Jack did this,
Mm-hmm.
Victor would scorch the earth. You don't,
Oh,
you know,
absolutely.
yeah, whether he did it or not, or making it seem like he's doing it. No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, you don't do that. You don't play with things like that. Not at all. So you guys, yeah, stay tuned for that. I mean, I kind of would like to drop a spoiler alert, and some of you guys may know what has happened, because of course we're not the only ones that watch ahead. You know what I mean? But without, because some people don't like spoiling specific facts. But stay tuned for tomorrow because, yeah, I mean, Victor is going to go for the jugular with this
Mm-hmm.
gaslighting that he plans to do. And I'm curious about other people related to this idea, how they're going to, because he have to put a ruse on. You just can't silently go over to somebody and say this, that, and the third, right? Somehow it's going to get out because people are going to be like, oh my God, something is, going this way or that way. So the people that's related to this as well, how are they going to feel about this?
Right. Will he be Mr. Newman to them after that? And J Money said, like, if Devon goes along with this, he's going to be a huge fool for it. Uh, yeah, I
Yeah.
thought that part was stupid, but I was cracking up at Noah and Sienna.
Okay.
And I was trying to check some things out because there is some speculation that Tamara Braun and Roger, I keep
Horwath.
getting his last name wrong. Coral, thank you.
Horwath. It's
Who?
Horwath. Girl, you so funny.
I'm bad with names, y'all. Unless, I'm really, really into them. But I guess their time is done,
That's what
supposedly. I
I
can't.
thought. That's what I was saying last week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Mm, yeah.
Yeah, so the way it looks like no one's about to get his heart broken. Oh, you went through all of that, went through the surgeries, the coma, everything.
Well, I mean, I just it's interesting how they obviously this was a way if that's the case, right? Obviously, this is how
Mm-hmm.
they decided to bring Noah back. Y'all could have just had the boy come back. Why do we have to go through all of that? Granted, Roger is a funny actor, but is that what all of this was just to bring Noah back to town? Because if they're going to go away and we get Noah, that's what that was the bridge. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like they didn't have to do well. It's not even just Noah; it's also the stuff going on with Nick too.
Oh, that's right. It does bridge into the whole pill popping storyline.
Which I thought Matt Clark was going to really be a part of, but the fact that he went to jail and everything off screen, and they said that he's waiting trial. So I'm like, so that's done, and
Right.
the
It's
way that everything wrapped up with Sienna looks like that's done.
done. Yeah.
But I was trying to confirm if there was like any exits or something. But there's a lot of people saying that they didn't have like a long term contract. It was what it was. Same way the guy who was hired to play Nate's brother, Davian, like he had a very short term contract.
Right. Okay. All right. It takes us into Tuesday the 27th, where we have the spoilers. Victor puts Phyllis and Kane on notice. Sally forces Billy's hand, and Mariah visits her dark side. So obviously, this is where I'm assuming Victor put his Monday's ideas in motion.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he comes to them to say this, or it just could be just putting them on notice, never, telling them you're playing a dangerous game. Don't worry, I'm going to get my company back or whatever. Because I thought Adam had a piece or a part in this. Because remember, he was supposed to go and the, you know, find them for Victor to use that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, probably like a private investigator to show proof,
Right.
really amplify it. Almost like they're holding like them up for ransom or something.
Yeah, that is insane. I don't
That
even
is just,
understand how anybody else could go along with that. And it's interesting how the rest of the Newmans are so pissed off at Phyllis and Kane for what they're doing. Are they gonna be
but
okay with what he's doing? But see, they know that they can't do anything with Victor, so they don't bother. They be like, "Oh well, I could talk to him till I'm blue in the face. Victor's gonna do what Victor's gonna do." So I don't think they don't. That's one reason why they don't give him that much grief.
no, they really don't. Well, they'll get mad for like a second, but all he has to do is just dangle some jewelry or like a job position, and they're okay.
Well, that's what I was
But
saying. They don't give him that much grief. They'll be mad for a hot minute and say, "Dad, why are you doing this?" And then they'll go away.
and I find it interesting how Victoria feels like she's entitled to know every bit of this. She's like, well, I work for Newman Enterprises. I run it. Adam doesn't. Why is he including Adam with everything?
Let's talk about that, Bree. And I know we're going to talk about that more when we get later in the week and do the weekly recap, because this is what I'm talking about with Adam thinking he's all in and he's doing all of this to protect their family and everything. Nikki don't give two craps about that boy. Because with that
Nope.
conversation at society tomorrow is very interesting. And I'm like, see, when he's helping you get out of trouble, then you happy with him. But then when Victoria is mad because she's not getting her way, then he's a piece of crap.
And watching that scene, I'm like, Victoria, what would you do? Like, what are you going to do?
Right.
Like, you made a phone call. That's the extent of what you can do. Like he Victor calls on his kids to do specific things. He calls on Nick to do specific things. Like when he was, remember that whole Nate storyline when he was with Victoria and he was faking his diagnosis to try to
Mm-hmm.
see who he can trust.
Mm-hmm.
He was using Nick to try to help scope out who the snake is, and
Mm-hmm.
for
Mm-hmm.
him it was Nate.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he asked Victoria to do certain things, usually the more delicate things, to try to keep her out of the line of fire. And then Adam's more like Victor. So he don't mind really getting his hands dirty and worry about the consequences later.
Right.
So in this retrospect, this is exactly right up Adam's alley. So, and he said he can go back to his dark side. When he talked to Victoria and Chelsea, he's like, I'm going to go back to my dark side. And Chelsea's like, yeah, I think it definitely calls for that. So
And
here we
Victoria
are.
was okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
So for her and Nikki to do all this name calling about Adam, wasn't it just like this whole week or this previous week where Nikki was sitting there with Chelsea talking about, like, oh, you're very much part of the family. Oh, I see why Adam really loves you and cares about you and blah, blah, blah,
Mm-hmm.
blah.
Mm-hmm.
And then she taught, ooh, she's so two-faced. She's
Right.
so two-faced because even she was two-faced when she was talking with Michael, calling him a papa's and don't like Adam. But when it's a family function, oh, Adam, we appreciate you. He was also saying one who was trying to help her get off of that mountain in Nice.
Exactly. So, I mean, while he's over there kissing Major butt, and the only reason that, because you see, like you say, he uses his kids for specific reasons, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to use Victoria and Nicholas to go to the dark side, not just because they don't have it in them. He don't want them in trouble, but he will throw Adam under the bus.
Yep. That's so sad too. But at the same time,
He signed up
Adam is a
for it.
grown man and he makes his own choices.
Yep,
So,
he signed up for it. So, while you sitting up there being Captain Saving for your fellow Newmans, I wish he was somewhere on the other side of that wall listening to the two of them.
mm-hmm.
Yep. All
But I'm
right.
like, Victoria, girl, what you gonna do, girl?
Nothing.
You, she couldn't even stand up to Phyllis. Phyllis chewed her up and spit her out.
All right,
She had nothing to say.
Sally forcing Billy's hand. Why? Sally, take several seats. It's like this man is not your child. This man
I
got
agree.
teenage kids of his own. He's been married 10, 11 times. He's grown. He
Mm-hmm.
going to do what he want to do. You trying to control, cuz now it looks like control to me. Be a little look. Be
Yeah.
a good little boy. Stay in your lane. You were supposed to work with me, and you need to do that, or else. And it's like, or else what? You gonna be by
And the thing,
yourself? Yeah.
he already agreed to working with Kane
Yes, he
last week.
has.
He already said yes. So it's a
Yes,
matter
he
of whether or
has.
not she's going to be able to deal with it, which she doesn't have to. I'm like, then
Mm-mm.
girl, just move on. He's saying, hey, run the company, run Avid Communications,
I
like we
don't
agreed
understand
to
what the
do.
big deal is. It's not like this man schemed to get it. This is
Right.
just, okay. So, and we said this on the Friday Night Live. When Victor goes after other people, companies, nobody say anything. But when it's
Nope.
returned on him, then anybody involved, whether it's Kane or Phyllis, or even in this case, Billy was offered a piece of the pie. Everybody got a problem with that, including Sally. And it's like, this is okay. So if it was somebody else's company that he was about to run, would you have a problem with that too? Or is it just because it's Victor's company, or in this case, um, Nikki's company?
She keeps bringing up the fact that he becomes so obsessive and this and that. And the thing is, we know how we know how Billy is.
Mm-hmm.
When he gets something in his head, he can go overboard. Like, I'm not knocking what she's saying, but she signed up to be with this man. She also signed a Kleenex contract with this man saying, hey, however he gets chancellor, she was going to run Abbott Communications.
Correct.
Now they came to fruition, and now she has a problem with it.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter how he got it. You wanted a job. You were crying about giving up fashion for him in the business. She wanted to secure herself by saying, I let me be CEO of Abbott Communications if you get a hold of Chancellor. It was her idea.
Right.
So you want to, in order to stay in a relationship with them. So you don't like the idea that you came up with.
Well, he probably
That's
thought it. You know what? She signed up for you. Okay. What Sally thought in her head, or at least we're speculating, obviously this is scripted, but let's just play
mm-hmm.
with it. I honestly believe that she thought that he was never going to get this. chancellor in the first place, which is why she went with it. In the back of her mind, like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
oh sure, I'll sign this deal. Oh yeah, he ain't gonna get this. He gonna be stuck right here with me. He ain't finna get that company. And now that it went opposite of her expectation, now she looking crazy. And now she want to control the situation. And now you're talking on Tuesday where she's trying to force his hand, pretty much saying it's either the chancellor or me. Why would you do that? Okay, why would I want somebody to be with me who's going to resent me for telling them not to do something?
And I'm like, you want this man to choose a multi-million-dollar company or choose you? You really want to set yourself up for this ultimatum? What person wouldn't take a multi-million-dollar company?
Yeah, tell me about it. And the fact that we did see in the promo where she's going to be telling him, Jill is taking a turn for the worse. This is going to push him even further to go after that company or to
Yep,
work
after
harder
Chancellor.
at that company.
Yep, to live up to her legacy.
Exactly.
Or live up to Catherine the Chancellor legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Sally's not thinking right. You have Audra, who is looking for a job, been looking for a job.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're in position to run the company how you want it. You don't have to worry about if Billy's going to be fully committed or not. You know Audra's going to be committed. I mean, she would have been the main person to encourage Billy. Yeah, it's a multi-million-dollar company. Go ahead and get that.
Mm-hmm.
I I don't know. The thing is, Sally has been with a lot of rich, wealthy men, usually like $1 billion sons.
And she can't
So
get it right,
it's
huh,
like,
Bree?
mm-hmm.
She can't get it
She
right.
she can't. She couldn't get Liam or Wyatt right. She couldn't get Nick and Adam. Now she'd have moved over to the Abbott. She dealing with nothing with men with money,
Mm-hmm.
and she's acting as if these men are going to fulfill their egos before they worry about the woman that they're with. You saw over Christmas or before Christmas, Victor chose his ego and his pettiness over Nikki. He told her to get out.
Yeah. Yeah.
After how many years of marriage? He don't care.
Exactly.
Some men with money
Exactly.
just don't care.
Yep.
So I'm like, you put yourself in a position to really get your feelings hurt. Choose me over this multi-million-dollar company. I know what Audra would do. Well, actually, no correction.
Yeah,
She gave up
because
a company that was handed to her.
well, and then we can't forget about that conversation she had with Sally last week when she was like, "I can't believe Billy is doing that." I'm like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, like this is. I mean, I'm like Audra, girl. We you handed over the company that was handed to you to
Right.
Victor, so we can't trust you to make smart decisions like that either. But ain't got
Yeah.
nothing to do with you. You should be encouraging her to not even worry about Billy so you can get a job position.
Exactly. All right, and then Mariah hits her dark side. So obviously, this ties into the spoiler. I mean, what we saw in the promo and seen probably on Soap social media about her a new obsession, or should because to me it's a new obsession because she squashed that years ago.
Yeah.
And so now she's going to be obsessed with Dominic, and then we got this kidnapping that we saw. And what do you feel about that? Do you think that's a good way to head into sweeps month?
Um, it would be. It depends on how long they're going to continue to go with that storyline because it's like they do a lot of start and stop with her
Mm-hmm.
character
Mm-hmm.
for me to really hang my hat on the direction it's going to go in.
Mm-hmm.
It would be more interesting if it was Ian Ward, who we know is alive,
Mm-hmm.
who's actually encouraging her to do this,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a figment of her own imagination. So we know, like, she's going to get the insanity plea because Christine Blair or Laura Lee Bell is supposed to be coming back for to be her attorney. Um, so we know how that's going to go.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if it's going to be a long term storyline. Um, but even still, it's like we don't know what happened to that man. She almost tried to unalive. We like she completely abandoned her wife and her own child. It's just they're dusting off an old storyline, and it's like she didn't have a brain injury, she doesn't have amnesia to only just remember what she had with Dominic. Like, she's talking about Aria, she's talking about Tessa, she's talking about her family. So it's like she's somewhat coherent to what she's doing, and she's not taking any pharmaceuticals or, you know, no one's controlling her thoughts. She's just doing this on her own. And I'm like, for what?
Right. Why are we doing
You're,
this?
like you're gonna take this boy and then what? That's my question.
And then here
Are you
goes
gonna raise
Sharon.
him?
Once again, she was worried about one kid, and now she's gonna have to worry about Mariah going to jail. It's just like everything is timed right back to Sharon again.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, she can't catch a break
No,
with none of her kids.
she can't
I
catch it. It's
mean,
always something. Faith had an issue when it came to the Lucy thing. Then it was now, we had Mariah leave town for a while. Then Noah and kidnapping and comas and fentanyl and Sienna and all of this. And now Mariah, it's like, can you give that girl a break? Can they have a happy family? And
a
they
little
keep, and
romance, a
here's the
little
other thing.
something.
Here's the other thing, Bree. They keep Nick hovering and orbiting around her, but never. What are y'all gonna put them together, or y'all just got him just floating around for whatever reason? He's in the friend zone for whatever. I mean, I don't know what they're doing with that, but
Well,
obviously they're going to the pill popping thing. But
yeah, the last thing that I remember when they talked about possibly getting into a relationship, he pumped the brakes. He
right.
doesn't want to be with her at all.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that he's orbiting, I guess he ain't got nothing better else to do. Uh,
Yeah, because
but to
Phyllis is
save her,
definitely out of the question at this point.
yeah, which we were. I because he usually gets first dibs like on the new women, so I thought Sienna was going to go over to him, and him and Noah were going to fight, but I guess it's not going to
Not
happen.
gonna happen, right?
So I mean, I don't know. I'm so kind of sick of the same old, same old. It would be nice if we had like different love interests for both Nick and Sharon,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, they are each other's like high school sweethearts and whatnot. But we'll see.
Yes, we
And see
shall.
how we talked about them, and then
Mm-hmm.
we quickly moved on from the Mariah situation. Like it's hard to be invested with Mariah, but we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm wondering how this is going to go. And you said, when do you think she's coming back? Is it toward the end of February? Going into March?
Yeah, because I guess like they'll catch on to her taking him, and
Mm-hmm.
then Sharon's supposed to reach out to Christine, and that's how Daniel and Tessa find out about Mariah.
Okay.
And Tessa's supposed to be struggling between like her divorce and her new relationship with
With
Daniel.
Daniel?
Like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, so it's supposed to happen for like the spring
Okay.
preview thing.
Gotcha. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. I was wondering, when that was supposed to come about, or how long are we going to be drug into this whole storyline with, Christine coming in about what, 6 weeks?
I would say a little bit long. You know how they like to drag
Right.
things out. So I would say about March, probably after my birthday,
All
something
right.
like that.
Gotcha. All right, we move to Wednesday. Devon and Abby world turned upside down. Nate comforts Victoria. Audra receives a tempting offer.
So we know she's going. Looks. I'm assuming she's about to take Billy's position, so that's not surprising.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since Jill can't voice her viewpoints to Sally. If she's really that ill, then she,
Mm-hmm.
Sally's going to make her own judgment call. So, yay for Audra. She got a job now.
Right. We say yay for
Nate,
Audra. She got a job.
yeah, she better keep this one.
Right.
She's starting to look like a temp employee, like
Girl,
Nick
you
and
are
Billy.
silly.
But um, Nate and Victoria, I'm like, if only he knew what Victor is planning.
But my question is, is she more comfort? Does she need comfort in regards to losing the company? You think that's what? Okay, all right,
Yeah,
okay,
how this is affecting her father, because Nate and Devon actually talked this week. I think it was on Friday's episode,
correct.
about like, oh, so you're okay with Victor and you've made peace, and Nate saying like, oh, there's nothing a bottle of tequila can't heal, and or something like
He's
that.
so stupid.
I'm like,
Tequila
oh.
ain't gonna mean nothing if Victor want to turn on you. You need to ask Michael about that.
He's already turning on them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, by
Like,
using exactly.
using his family.
Yep.
And if he goes along with that, oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Victoria's box is not that special. That's why her love her relationship pattern, it has never been successful.
Girl, you
She can
silly.
never keep a man.
Oh man, that is crazy, girl. You are hilarious. You know that, right? Anyway, yeah. I mean, if he does decide to go with some stupidity like that, then it's just like, okay, you know what, Nate? You're one of the big. You're gonna get the Cosmic Simp Award.
Yeah, he really would. But at the same time, on Friday's episode, he was talking with Amy, and she asked him like, "Do you think about Audra? Do you miss her?" He was like, I don't want to, but I do. So that's
You
still
think they
up in
might
the
go
air now.
back and visit that again?
I don't know. I'm like, either he's done or I mean, at the same time, they keep bringing up this stuff with Niece and Amy acting hypocritical. So they're still putting Audra within that orbit with Nate.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe Amy's going to help facilitate that. But I'm like, no, go ahead and just move her on. You guys are not. You guys are both hypocrites, and you guys can't seem to move on. And no matter what the Newmans do, I guess they're going to be put on a pedestal, and they can do no wrong.
Right.
So I'm like, just go ahead and go over there, so you can look stupid.
Girl, you crazy. You say, go on
Leave
over there so you
Audra for
can look like
Noah.
a knucklehead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Leave Audra for Noah.
Mm-hmm. All right. And then let me see. And we know what that means with Devon and Abby's world being turned upside down because of the fact of probably Dominic, which moves us into Thursday. Chelsea reveals a secret to Nikki. Kyle and Claire discuss unfinished business, and Adam has a change of heart.
Kyle and Claire have unfinished business.
Yeah, which is what? Because remember, we saw Harrison try to throw that little questionnaire game about who knows who best and, surprising them with a phone call or a text message saying that he was in trouble to get both of them there. But, I mean, as far as I know, she was still sniffing around Holden.
Told a whole lie to that boy. So both of them's like, oh, my mom, she needs me right now.
Sure
She's going
did.
through so much. I'm
Yep.
like, no, that was Holden who was asking where you were at.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So, and Kyle made it very clear he's not simping in 2026. So I'm not sure what unfinished business there is.
right.
And if they go back to this Audra stuff, I'm gonna scream. And there's no reason to, if you know Miss Thing is gonna leave Noah. Who knows?
Right. Miss Sienna. Again, that was a spoiler alert coming off of the Monday episode. So just so you guys are aware. All right. Let's see. And then we had, I wonder what the secret is that Chelsea is going to reveal to Nikki.
There's, there's a secret with Chelsea and Billy.
What secret with Chelsea and Billy?
Is that what you said?
No, I said what secret does Chelsea reveals to Nikki?
Oh, she's probably going to snitch on Adam about Victor's plans.
Good point.
Since
Good point.
since they're good girlfriends now, and Nikki considers her part of the family, but not Adam.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she's going to snitch because maybe Chelsea may not want to go along with this. Because in the previews, she did question it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's not going to lie to her.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she's going to end up telling Nikki. And I'm curious to see what her reaction is going to be. Because if she goes along with it, I'm like, oh, really?
Right.
You are just evil like your husband.
Well, okay, because besides, because we already discussed that in that same episode, it says Adam has a change of heart. So he, Victor wants to have him track down family. What's happening on Monday. And maybe he's like, yeah, this is a little bit too much. I don't know if I can go roll with this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm thinking, is that maybe he has a change of heart in regards to what Victor wants him to do tomorrow.
Honestly, for sweeps, I think he's gonna go with it.
Really?
And think that it's for the betterment of the family.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea's going to feel away because she doesn't want Adam to get caught up with anything, but that's the family she signed up for. She said she's part of the new family now.
Yes, she did.
So she's so happy that they like her, so she got to go along with shenanigans. So I think he said that he's going to tap into his dark side. So he's not going to just say that and then have a change of heart, especially now. I think he's going to go along with it. Lachelle Wallace had a question.
What'd she say?
She says, do you think Lily would agree to this in order to help Victor?
Girl, it wouldn't surprise me if she would go with Victor. It wouldn't surprise me.
I don't think that she.
I don't think that she. I would hope that she wouldn't, but she dislikes Kane so much right now that I honestly think that just to help Victor get his company back, she probably would throw her family into that situation.
Then they would have included Victoria since she contacted them, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Because Victoria had no problem gloating to Kane about how the kids want nothing to do with them. So it would have been a phone call.
Right.
So I think she's not gonna have any idea what's gonna go on. Yeah. Because because I don't want to say too much.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why he asked Adam to look into it and get that information for him, where they're at. Like it would, like he can contact Lily
Right.
without
Yeah, he
Adam.
could have contacted her directly if that was the case, right?
Yeah, so I don't think
Mm-hmm.
she's gonna have any idea. Plus, all she's off screen anyway. So are the kids.
Right.
So I doubt she would have any part of this. And plus, Kane could easily go to her brother, go to her cousin, and say, "This is what's going on." I mean, I highly doubt Victor would loop Devon in or Nate in, because that
But
you would think that
here's
would
the
make
thing,
them
Bree. If they ever find out that he was doing this type of foolishness, they should be done with that man. Why would you
right.
use them as a way to stop Kane's plan and say some
Right.
mess like that?
Yeah.
That's
Because they would really think something is wrong.
right.
Like,
You're freaking
and to
out.
save
Go ahead.
and to save your company.
Right.
Mm-mm.
Now
And Nate would look like a fool.
I'm wondering if they may keep this quiet though. Maybe they'll just isolate Kane and tell him ABCD.
I I don't think, to be honest, I don't think they're gonna loop Devon or Nate in
Right, I
with that
think because
storyline.
that's what I was thinking. I think they're going to remove them out of it because they're
Mm-hmm.
going to be busy with this Dominic and
Yeah,
Mariah thing.
yeah, I agree. I
So they might just isolate Kane. Maybe Kane end up peeping what's going on because
mm-hmm.
here's the thing: if just say I don't know, one of the kids say don't talk to me ever again, and then Victor is like, oh my God, they in this that and the third. He gonna be like, well, wait a minute, I just heard from them, even though it wasn't a good response, but I just heard from them. What do you mean they're this that and the third?
And
So I
here's
mean, something could throw Kane off where this plan just fall flat in front of Victor's
here,
face.
here's another thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because they keep saying Kane is always one step ahead of Victor. He's always kept tabs on Lily and the kids.
Right.
So there could
Oh
have been
yeah, that's right.
someone could be following them just for their protection.
Yeah,
Because
that's the
didn't he
thing. They're
say,
expecting this man to emotionally respond.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think there's no way possible Kane would not know where Lily and the kids are at,
Right.
especially his kids, if anything. So I think he probably has someone keeping tabs, and that's probably how he's going to catch Victor up too.
That would be awesome because if he call his people and say, "Hey, can you tell me what's going on with the kids? Have you seen them? What's?" And somebody be like, "Oh, they're fine. Maddie, Charlie, them, they've been out shopping or they've been at the movies or they've been at home chilling." And Victor, he gonna be like, "Oh, okay, I see what Victor's trying to do." So I'm hoping
Mm-hmm.
that that's the thing. They're expecting him to emotionally react instead of think first.
Yeah.
Because that's the purpose of a gaslight is to manipulate your emotions.
And plus, how would Lily go along with this? Would she honestly call Kane and say that she's in danger? And Victor's, I'm like, you need to give up the company for our safety. He going to read right through that. So it actually would be beneficial for Victor's plan not to include her in it,
Right.
to really sell it. But at the same time, like, Kane had tabs on both of his kids and Lily for 6 years.
That is true.
I don't think
So,
that stopped even after she left.
mm-hmm. So I have a feeling that this plan that Victor thinks that he's gonna, oh my God, he's gonna be so upset about this. I don't think this is gonna work. I could be
I
wrong.
think,
This is just us speculating, you guys. We could definitely, be off base with this, but I mean, he would have to just not think first and be like, "Oh my God, yes, take the company. I mean, take the AI program and do whatever. I give you your company back. Just give me my kids." You know what I mean?
Nope.
That type of thing.
I I think by the end of sweeps, Phyllis and Kane moved themselves into Newman Enterprises. I I can't see them go with this direction to have Victor fall for him to get a win within February sweeps. I can't see that.
Okay.
Um, but we'll see. Who knows?
Yeah, we will see,
And
girl.
Gail Lewis asks, "What about the 40th anniversary of Jess Walton? Do you think that Jill is going to pass away?"
I hope not.
I think that she is.
Ooh.
Because the thing is, because her anniversary falls in June. I
Okay.
think June or July. It's going to fall in another sweeps month.
Okay.
So I think they're going to honor her. Something's about to happen to where she's honored, and I think they're going to let the Jill character go. I think they're slowly phasing the Chancellor dynasty, the Chancellor family altogether. She would be the
Yeah.
last one of the last ones.
That I mean,
Besides,
she but all the biological ones except for well, I mean, what's Chan's brother's name? What's that? Jill's other kid. The one that Kane was
no, that's
trying.
not. Oh, Philip,
Yeah, he's still somewhere out there. But I was trying to
but
think. Yeah,
yeah, he's off
Green.
screen though.
But I was just
So
saying. I mean, they like to dig in the crates. They can always pull this guy back and say, just say Billy ended up
right,
taking the company, and then they pull him or recast him or whatever, and say, you know what, I'm here to pick up the legacy for the chancellors or whatever.
yeah,
I mean, and
yeah,
then Devon is a chancellor himself too, so
but he never leans into that. He leans into being a Winter
right. But they can
versus a
always
Chancellor.
switch that up. I mean, he's
Right,
Catherine Chancellor's grandson,
right.
so
But I think when we think of like the Chancellor family, the Chancellor feuds, Jill was also a part of that. And they've been talking about her health issues for about a good year and a half. So for them to have her have health issues off screen, and this thing is tied into Billy and wanting to honor Chancellor, I think this is by her anniversary. I think she might pass away.
okay. Well, we'll
The
definitely
Jill
have to
character is,
find out.
yeah, the Jill character is great, but we really haven't seen her.
Yep.
We've seen her more than Zende on Bold,
Yeah.
but we haven't seen
Well, we'll
her.
have to find out. I want to keep the show moving. We
Mm-hmm.
got to do Friday. Nick and Sharon hold Phyllis accountable for her actions. Okay, how do you do that? Abby and
Right.
Devon receive shocking news, and Mariah hit the road.
So she got the boy,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, so that kicks off the cliffhanger Friday. So yeah, Devon and Abby, they're gonna look for their son. So that's obvious. But what is Nick and Sharon going to do? I
Hold
thought
her
Nick,
accountable. How?
right, like you're going to have a war of words again, Nick. I mean, you already said like you're going to grind her to dust. I mean, what more is there need to be said?
And she don't. I
And
mean,
Sharon, what are you going to do?
what's she gonna throw? Oh, what happened to them with LaRon around? We became friends, but I. All this is a bunch of talk. Well, how can you hold her
Right,
accountable? With what? Words?
right. I'm like, first of all, Sharon, go worry about your own company.
Right.
First off, and
Exactly.
Nick, you got a whole injury. Like it what's done. It was what's done.
Mm-hmm.
Nick was okay with his father hanging that AI software over to Abbott's head. He
Yep.
didn't move a muscle.
Nope.
So now it is what it is. Phyllis is a
Mm-hmm.
part of that. She already said
Mm-hmm.
she doesn't care what Summer has to think, no, but what no one else has to think. It is what it is. So make her feel, take her accountability for what?
Exactly.
She can press the button.
Exactly. It's like, what do you, your father brought this on himself.
Mm-hmm.
That could, if it wasn't Kane or Phyllis, it could have been anybody. Could have been
Yeah.
Jack. Could have been Devon, which we know it wouldn't have been those two because they're yeah, whatever. It could have been Bill freaking Spencer. Who knows? The fact of the matter, you held something illegal in your possession. You used it.
Yeah.
You already used it against Matt and his business. And now when the darn thing turns on you and eat your company from within, now you want to cry foul.
Yeah. And I'll stand by and say that Errol Sada Dumas should have been its own separate character. It shouldn't have been Kane's alias. Because
Mm-mm.
that Roger guy, that
Mm-hmm.
Roger Hallwell,
Girl,
he
just call him
he could
Roger H.
Roger H. He could have played Errol Sada Dumas. He could have been working behind the scenes. It could have been a whole mystery as to who's like attacking the companies. And then then last November sweeps, November 2025 sweeps, it could have been revealed that it was him and have Victor go toe to toe with this man he has absolutely no information on.
Right.
And it could, like, so much missed opportunities in 2025, but we're here now. I'm here for Phyllis and Kane catching the W's and the Newmans falling, every last one of them, Chelsea included.
I so freaking agree.
Mm-mm-mm.
All right. That pretty much sums up the spoilers for this week ending on January 30th, which is taking us into the February sweeps. Do I think this whole Mariah thing is a kickoff for it? I give it a C because I'm like, why are we circling back to this? Um, I it's gonna be interesting to see how they're gonna maneuver with Kane and whether using, and I might as well say it because people are saying it in the chat, using Lily and the kids as a bargaining chip, even though nothing's happening, is that going to blow up in his face? And in my opinion, I hope it does. I'm just saying, right? So we'll see. What
Yeah.
would you give that whole big kickoff for YNR?
Um, I'll give it a solid C. It could change depending on how the scenes turn out,
Okay. Okay.
but they better turn it out for the sweeps because last year, none of the sweeps months
None
were
of them.
knocking it out the park.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. I
Mm-mm.
have high hopes.
That's the thing, girl. We got high hopes, but we'll see if it goes wah wah.
Yeah, we're gonna keep our prayer hands together because I want to see some entertainment. And you know what? I think they're stepping it up a little bit because we got Beyond the Gates that's just knocking it out the park.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, girl. Absolutely. All right. That moves us to Bold and Le Beautiful for this upcoming week. Pretty much what's really kicking off this week, it seems, is the situation between Miss Dillon and Will and Taylor and Deacon. So, that be its May. For tomorrow, it looks like Steffi joins Electra on a business trip to San Francisco, and Finn inadvertently causes Dylan and Will to spend time together. Really? Finn inadvertently caused them two to spend. They live in the same house. What do you mean they're inadvertently spend time together? I don't get it.
Right. Like they share the same common areas and everything. So, and plus this girl wanted to wash his drawers too. that, that was the part that I didn't understand last week. I don't think we talked about it on Friday. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
understand you want to be grateful, but I'm not washing your drawers.
Yeah, she washing everybody underwear. I'm like, wait,
Uh,
what?
like, you clean the bathrooms, clean the kitchen, knit as a sweater. Don't touch my clothes. Don't wash. I'm like, and I'm a germaphobe. I don't know where y'all been,
Mm-hmm.
especially like with Will. Like, and you had a son. You have a son. Like, like there's certain things I just don't care to touch.
I got you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I don't know. That whole thing about the inadvertent whatever. I'm like, okay, so how would Finn put them in that position? I guess we'll have to find out, especially since they live in that house. I don't. I'm
mhm.
curious to find out. I can't wait because I'm gonna be looking for that.
Maybe they babysit Hayes or something.
But that's the
I don't.
thing. They already been spending time together.
Yeah.
So, sometimes you have to give bold spoilers sometime a side eye because they be throwing things in there and then when you see the episode it's like, what? Oh,
They
okay.
be lying.
Right. Takes us to Tuesday, January 27th. Electra and Steffi prepare a jury presentation for Dottie Bright and her assistant Joseph, and Carter tells Daphne about his plans for the future. Okay.
Okay, so a filler episode. All right.
Yeah, pretty much. Because, I mean, I'm assuming that, because I seen the on the promo, the two people that the presentation is for, but okay. And
And
then go ahead. What did you gonna say, Bree?
and she's a familiar face. She was on the show
She was on the show
previously
before.
before. Oh yeah.
Okay,
She's a
gotcha,
familiar face.
gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Um, and then hold on. We got the whole thing with Carter telling Daphne about his plans for the future. So what? He already got put a ring on it. So what? Marriage, kids, which we already knew that Carter wanted kids. Daphne claimed she wanted kids. So I guess it's pretty much them preparing for the next step. Nothing crazy.
Yeah. Can we please get like some family members for Daphne and for Carter? Who's going to show up to this wedding?
Exactly. They're co-workers.
I'm like, y'all have no family.
Well, remember
No,
he sees Ridge as his brother, so
even though he has an actual brother.
right.
Um, so like, can we get some extensions of Carter at least? He's been on the show for almost 10 years. We've seen everybody else's family. Hope has a whole another brother popping up.
Right.
Hope got all these
Hope
siblings.
got two brothers on. Got Deke on one
She
side
got
and
three.
RJ on the. Who's the
Oh,
third?
yeah. Oh, sorry. She got two on screen and she got two off screen.
Who's the two op? Oh, Tom. No, who's the other two brothers?
Rick
Oh yeah, Rick. Okay,
and it's the child that Jack, the
Jack.
one that Nick and Brooke share.
Okay, gotcha. All right, cool. Okay, then that brings us to Wednesday, the 28th. Brooke encourages RJ to work with Ridge. Okay. A wealthy buyer visits Electra and Steffi. I guess that is pulling off a Tuesday. And then Ivy witnesses a close moment between Will and Dylan. So that obviously comes with that whole inadvertent thing that Will and Dylan spins together. Why is Ivy over there if she knows Electra is out of town unless she's purposely spying?
Right. It ain't your, it's not your business. You have no reason to even go over there.
Mm-hmm.
None. And I'm like, you couldn't make it to your own. meeting, but you had no problem showing up over to Will's house to see what he's up to doing.
Yeah, well, wait till you hear Thursday and Friday though. But it's
Oh Lord.
yeah. Um. Okay, Brooke encourages RJ to work with Ridge. That's why he came back, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what he was doubting? What was he? Because okay, when they brought the recast on, I thought he was saying, okay, he did say he wanted to come back and visit his parents since they're back together. But I also thought he came back because he wanted to work as the next generation of Foresters.
Yeah. Because
So
all this.
go ahead.
Yeah, because he wants, I guess, to design again, especially since he worked with Eric.
Right.
It's like they completely erased what the other actor storyline was.
Yeah, exactly. But they did it before. They keep rewriting history, and it's one thing if it's history from like 10, 15 years ago, because sometimes your memory can kind of like, okay, I don't remember what happened back then. But some of
Yeah,
the
because
stuff that they're rewriting is in within the past past couple years.
yeah, and it wasn't that long ago that RJ was on the other RJ was on screen. He was
Exactly.
designing for Hope for the Future
Yep. Yep.
with Zende.
Yep.
And even prior to that, he was helping Eric with doing because Eric had nothing in it, no feeling in his hands. So RJ was designing Eric's vision. It was a whole thing with Luna, but apparently with this new RJ, he never heard of Nula. He never was with her. It was all Will apparently.
Girl, it was just so blurry and and then Will have you know the guy? And I was like, that's your cousin. What are you talking about?
Right. And that's the part I don't understand. You, as close as your both of your mothers are, you guys have never
Hung
played
out.
together.
Exactly.
Come on, like y'all are actual cousins. Forget the stuff with Electra and RJ having this sort of family history. You guys, your mothers are close.
Mm-hmm.
Those kids played together. You mean to tell me that he went to a different boarding school? He went here. Y'all acting like you don't know each other from birthdays or anything. Brooke was with Bill for some period of time. So you mean to tell me that nowhere along the lines y'all never interacted with each other?
Right. Make that make sense.
Terrible.
Girl, I'm sitting up here like, what in the world? Anyway, as we continue on, this is where the whole Ivy thing gets a little weird. Because on Thursday, the 29th, Ivy confronts Dylan, okay, about what? You don't even know what was going on. You look through somebody's window. Now, granted, it does look a little suspicious with you sitting on this man's lap. Now, that needs some explaining. Because think about it, Bree. Okay, there is no reason that Dylan should be sitting on that man's lap.
I agree.
But she don't
She
know
could have
what
fell
happened.
into
Maybe
his
they'll
lap.
make it logical that he was fixing something or she fell on the floor and he picked her up and he was happened to be who knows. But go ahead.
Yeah, he could like she could have like tripped and fell into his lap. Like you know how they did. You know how
How Hope
soaps
did
are.
when she fell into Finn when she was
Thomas
no.
and Liam was freaking out.
No, I'm talking about when she thought that Carter was coming through the door. And it
Oh
was
yeah,
Finn that came in there and she fell on top of Finn and Steffi had a conniption.
yeah. I think it's something like that. I I I do think there's something going on with Dylan.
Of course.
I don't trust her.
I don't
Um,
blame you.
she had all these friends and she had family who was looking out for her. It makes no sense as to why she is homeless. And I understand there's pride, but you, that's a whole other discussion. But anyway,
Mm-hmm.
um, he chose to move her in. So, I mean, there's going to be awkward moments. She could be wearing short shorts. She could be dressing some kind of way. Um, Electric can, have an attitude about it, but she can't tell what that other girl can do and how she should act in the house that will open his doors up to.
And
So,
again, this, hey, the girl was like, I don't know if it'd be appropriate for me to stay here, and y'all was like, no, no, no.
mm-hmm. So
So
this is
go ahead.
this is what y'all get.
Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what you get. So then it gets oh, and then I guess we have Electra confiding in Steffi. So she probably is gonna tell Steffi how concerned she is about she wanna help Dylan, but I'm also concerned about her. I'm just thinking that's probably what that conversation might be about.
Oh, so we missed that. They're in the chat. They're saying that she had on ballerina slippers in the picture, so she might have fell on top of him.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Wait, so
But why is
she
she doing a
showcased
ballerina dance in front of him for what?
at night, showcasing all that flexibility. Mm-hmm.
Girl, you
What type of
silly.
ballerina is she? Is she a nighttime ballerina?
Lord have mercy. Girl, you are crazy. All right, Friday the 30th, the cliffhanger episode. This is where Ivy demands that Dylan leave town immediately. How you gonna tell somebody to
Mm.
leave town?
Uh, so once again, Ivy, you got nothing better else to do. You
Right.
confront Dylan, but not Will. And once again, what has Will done to prove that he's not trustworthy?
I mean,
He every other word he says is Electra. He's staying over at Force of Creations because of Electra.
yep.
He
Yes,
he
ma'am.
lives and breathes this girl. That's
Mm-hmm.
all he wants.
Mm-hmm.
If there was Electra cologne, he would spray it all over himself. He can't get enough of this girl.
Yep. So, this whole thing, why you ain't talking to him? He's the one in the relationship, and I'm not saying that she should be throwing herself, but if it's a situation, I don't know, with this whole ballerina stuff,
She's
yeah, I
showcasing
mean,
that
why are you dancing
flexibility.
in front of this man anyway?
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be interesting. Sheila is grateful to Taylor for saving her marriage, but in that same episode, a special moment, which is also on the picture that I have up on the screen, is shared by Deacon and Taylor.
And I was trying to look at the outfits. That definitely looks like the outfits that they had on over at Steffi's house. Oh, Taylor, Taylor, Taylor.
Yep. So all
Can't
that
feel sorry for her.
yeah, all that stuff about it's all Deacon's fault. You're participating. I'm sorry. Yes, it's he got a greater level of responsibility in regards to the fact that he's married. But
Mm-hmm.
besides her being ethical or unethical in this situation, this man is married and you're entertaining the emotion of it. So
Yep.
whatever happens, it's gonna happen. And that includes the wrath of Sheila.
Mm-hmm. And she deserves it. I'm going to cheerlead for Sheila to do it
Because
too.
here's my thing, any woman, if you need to send that. Well, first of all, if I was Taylor need to go have a conversation like, listen, I'm going to have to stop seeing him. I can't discuss what we're about, but maybe you need to, because most women would be like, look, your man trying to holler at me.
Well, depends on the
That's
type of woman.
I mean, but as hypocritical as she being right now, she should be the first one screaming about it.
Mm-hmm.
You
Oh, I
cannot
agree.
you cannot chastise Brooke for
Anymore.
undermining your the fact that you were engaged to Ridge and we're in a relationship. You need to get that through your head. We're happy, this is going to happen, you need to stay away and all this old kind of stuff. But then you turn around and you're going to facilitate and participate in emotional cheating at this point, and physical cheating with that kiss on Friday.
Yeah. And you know what excuse they're going to use to gaslight everybody?
Mm.
Oh, he's emotionally checked out and he was struggling what to do and he's so caught up with his feeling, you know.
All that nonsensical BS. Because that's all that
Mm-hmm.
is.
It's true love and you follow your destiny and blah, blah. I'm like, all that stuff that Hope was spewing out. Eh, Taylor deserves exactly what she's going to get. So this is how you're about to lose a man. You are putting yourself at risk for both Brooke and Sheila's sloppy seconds. I'm like, come
Like, girl, it's just a hot mess. So, that obviously is going to be the cliffhanger. They're going to end up sharing a kiss. I wouldn't, and they at Steffi's house?
yeah. It looks like they're in
Or her
is that Stephanie's
office?
house? That looks like her office. Yeah, that's her office.
Okay, then they could get their freak on. All she got to do is lock the door.
Mm-hmm.
She just better hope Sheila don't come over there and trying to, because I don't know what sequence. Let me look at that spoiler again. Sheila is grateful. She doesn't say that she's actually She's saying that Sheila's grateful to Taylor for saving her marriage. Who's to say that she don't go over there and is being grateful and try to tell her, because Sheila like to barge in and find out that these two are kissing each other.
And they've been highlighting Sheila barging in a lot. I think that's probably how she'll find out
Yep.
and lose her mind. And I'm trying to think of what else. I feel like there needs to be a case study done
On what?
on Taylor over the past year or so. She went from heart Miss Independent. I don't need a man. I don't want a man. I'm focused on like humanitarian award stuff, and her only reason for ever coming back into town was because of Ridge. You got a broken heart syndrome. You get with the man who gave you the syndrome in the first place,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone playing around her, and didn't even get a place of her own. So you're shacking up over at your daughter's house,
Mm-hmm.
like, and you're playing with fire with Brooke and Sheila's sloppy seconds and thirds and fourths and fifths.
You said thirds and fourths and fifths. Girl, you crazy.
Like, it's just pitiful. The downfall of Taylor is a case study at this point.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I totally agree. So, ah, gonna be some interesting stuff. What do you think about this kicking off the sweeps month for Bold?
I'm going to give him a C like I did Y&R
Yeah, I'm gonna give them.
because
It's not like, oh my god, like they did with the Jordan storyline, like with Aunt Jordan.
mm-mm.
Yeah, that was explosive.
Once again, I'm still disappointed that there's like always just two storylines that they focus
Right,
on.
I agree.
It's like they pull majority of the cast into one, and then they, you know, a few in another storyline, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm curious to see if Carter's going to ever mention his family showing up to the wedding, or if they're
Yeah.
going to elope. I don't know. Like it's just weird how he's been on the show for so long and doesn't mention anything with his family. He attends all these other events, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, how is he planning the wedding with Hope without any of his family members? I don't know.
Right. That's a good question, girl. Definitely good stuff. Good stuff. All right. That takes us to That takes us to Taylor should lose her license and no one locked doors. Absolutely, Gail.
Yep.
So if Sheila walk in, that's what you get. You didn't lock the door. All right, we got to go to Beyond the Gates. We did see the promo off the Friday cliffhanger with Anita passing out. We saw also Bill blood work is off. We saw Madison look like she might want to break up with Chelsea. Andre having a conversation with Haley about what they need to do. That dress that Miss Nicole got on,
Girl,
that's her.
even
Listen, girl, that's her freakum dress.
Tomas had the gall.
To say, I mean, the girl looked good.
She does, but you gonna say that in front of your girl?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Well, this to be expected. He slept with her sister anyway. That's a good. My bad, y'all. My bad.
And then we got Miss Naomi up there still carrying that secret about her being BRCA, having the BRCA gene. And then Ted come in there as well. So we got Nicole at the bar, and then we got Ted and Shanice on the other side, and Kat drinking her wine like, ooh wee, what's about to go down up in here?
Mm, mm, mm. And doesn't she talk to Shanice at some point too?
I think so.
I think that was in the previous, but a lot of moving parts, a lot of stuff going on. Um, I feel like we said earlier, it feels like sweeps every day.
Exactly. Exactly,
Uh,
girl. Feel like a sweeps every day.
mm-hmm.
All right.
But
So where you want to go, girl?
um, we can start off with like what happens throughout the week for like Monday, I guess.
Okay, let's see. All right, so let me close this out. All right, look like let me. It's got some interesting spoilers. So Monday, Anita is in dire straits. Vernon reached out to an unlikely source for help. Why not call her doctor? Nicole updates Danny on a recent milestone. Ashley's there. Wait a minute, hold on. Ashley's there for Naomi. Bill puts Tomas in his place.
Mm. So Tomas is the bone collector. So
Did you say the
Tomas
bone
might end up.
collector?
Yeah, because remember he was looking. He was looking
I
in.
know.
Actually, he was listening in on Haley and her conversation,
Mm-hmm.
and then he catches Bill and Denny kissing.
Mm-hmm.
So he catching all kind of secrets at the office.
Exactly.
So he probably gonna talk slick out his mouth if Bill was trying to pressure him to like have a family and look more family oriented as a partner,
Mm-hmm.
and then probably check Bill, and then Bill's going to really check Tomas um, to mind his business.
Mm-hmm.
So, or making assumptions about him and Danny. But I mean, Bill brought it upon himself.
Yeah, I agree.
Danny and Bill been having all these secret kisses this whole time.
I know, right? So yeah, that I'm surprised somehow that's got to come out.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely got to come out. Okay. Obviously we know that Anita passed out after having chemo. I'm wondering who this unlikely source is that Vernon is going to reach out for. It's like, okay, don't you think you need to call her doctor?
Right. Like, I would laugh if it was Bill, because I'm like, what would they need to call him for? But what if it's Joey?
Yeah, that's crazy. Why would you call Joey? Do you know what I mean? It'll be something if
Mm-hmm.
that's the person that he calls.
But unlikely. So it wouldn't
Yeah,
be
it's
any of his
somebody that's
kids.
unlikely.
So it wouldn't be any of his kids. It wouldn't be the other articulate lady, Tracy. It has to be someone he either despises or has collaborated with to to cover themselves over
Mm-hmm.
whatever stuff they did. So that would be Bill. That would be Joey. Um, Jacob's fine daddy, Elon. Um, that's the only few people I can think of. It
Yeah.
wouldn't be Leslie, would it?
That why would it be Leslie? Yeah, it'll be interesting. We'll find out tomorrow.
Oh, it could be Leslie.
Could be.
Because like in the Friday episode, like Anita was I think had like a headache from like all the construction work, you
Mm-hmm.
know, being done. So maybe he calls an unlikely source like Leslie to help to tell him to tone it down. She's not feeling well or something. Appeal to her to some way.
Right.
Maybe it's that.
That's possible. Um, Nicole updates Danny on a recent milestone.
Oh, that she got her some robotic mess.
Yeah.
Her
Uh,
milestone is that she got her some from another man.
and of course Ashley is there for Naomi because Ashley's the only one that knows that she has the BRCA gene, besides that doctor that she talked to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's going to get interesting. Now, this I'm assuming is where everybody meets up at that restaurant. Okay.
Yep.
So, and this is Tuesday the 27th because Kat gets an eyeful. So, obviously, that's her mom showing up and her dad showing up with Shanice.
Oh, goodness. It's all going down at Uptown. That's the name of the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Joy teaches someone a harsh lesson. I wonder is that Randy?
actually, no. I think it's that guy who
Oh
was
yeah,
grabbing on
that guy
Vanessa.
that approached Vanessa and grabbed her.
Yeah, so he not going to last long on the show at all. So I
No.
think he going to be where Vanessa's husband is.
Yeah. Vanessa takes care of business. Haley faces rejection, and Andre has a romantic surprise for Danny.
This might be after he has the discussion with Haley to try to set things up.
I think so too.
So they're going to be like tag team champions to try to keep Bill and Danny apart, like that's ever really going to happen.
Right. Exactly. Like you said, like that's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hold on. Let me my screen. Vanessa take care of business, so obviously that's got something to do with her thing. Takes us to
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday. Leslie sets a trap. Oh Lord, for who is the question? Because she didn't like what Joey did. She didn't like Shanice dealing with Ted. Or could it be something against Anita or Vernon?
I don't, I feel like the writers have like removed Leslie from what's going on with Anita.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she's more butt hurt over Ted moving on with Shanice. So I think she's probably going to set a trap for Shanice to humiliate herself. I
Mm.
can't see her setting a trap up for Joey yet because she don't know what to look for.
That's
Unless
true.
unless Timu Shaft has something to
You in
give
that
her.
girl, you in that Timu shaft.
That's
I've
who
seen it on
that's what they're
social
calling him.
media, but I heard you the first one that brought it to the platform.
Look, Timu Shaft. Unless he gives her information to use for her benefit, I don't see it happening because he doesn't know what's going on with the health clinic or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. Timu Shafts. All right, girl. Okie dokie. Then we have Martin wonders where Smitty was all night, which obviously Smitty is um, trying to keep up with what Jacob is doing with this undercover thing. So that's definitely what that's about. Vernon get kicks out the house.
Mm,
So who knows? Maybe the women put together something for Anita
I
and
think
tell him
so.
to leave. You know, they want to spend some time with the mom or have a girls' day or something.
I can
Um,
see that happening.
Nicole does not mince words with her daughter, so that means Nicole is telling Kat off again for whatever reason, and it's probably about her dating, maybe,
I think so too. I think she's going to feel a way about Moss checking out her mother.
and probably how she dressed and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Jacob and Elon clash. Elon is probably trying to pull him off this thing since Joey warned him last week about the guy, right?
Yeah. It, correct me if I'm wrong. This is a plasma
Yeah,
ring?
but some type of blood plasma ring. I don't know if they're getting blood underground. Maybe people aren't donating the regular way or something. I don't know.
There's, I mean, I guess that's different. I have never heard it. I heard of like organ harvesting and like stuff like that I see in the
Oh, girl,
movies.
maybe
But
there's
like,
a such thing as blood harvesting, I guess. Who knows, child?
okay,
Mm-hmm.
all right.
Naomi continues to hide the truth from Jacob about testing positive for brocagene. Which, how long you gonna carry this, girl? This might be the
She
thing that break them up.
no, I don't think it's gonna be the thing to break them up necessarily. I think her preventative measures is gonna break them up
Mm-hmm. Okay.
because she's probably gonna look at this as a way to get hysterectomy so she don't have to worry about
Mm.
kids. That's gonna be her big thing right there. She's like, oh, I have a get out of jail free card. Not saying it. Not. I'm not minimizing the severity of the BRCA and carrying it, but it's
Mm-hmm.
going to kill two birds with one stone for her particularly.
Right. All right. Chelsea and Kat look like this takes us to Thursday the 29th. Look like we have a crossover alert
Ooh,
as Chelsea and Kat prep for their meeting with Fenmore's.
Fenmore's?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, who from Fenmore's? Are we going to wait? Are we getting Lauren?
I mean, I'm probably just like they had Danny talk to Ridge on the phone. Who knows? Maybe they'll be talking to Lauren over the phone.
Okay, I'm with that.
So,
Hey,
yeah. So they're definitely trying to tie into the other two CBS shows. We had Devon come over. We had Ridge on the phone with Danny. And then now this. Was there any other light crossovers? I'm trying to. They talked about Neil at the table.
yeah,
So, yeah, they've been
we
definitely connecting with the other two shows.
we need Devon back over there. What was that with Danny?
I know, right? Abby needs to go and sit down somewhere.
Mm-hmm. But whatever
I
that
liked
was
him
between
over on Beyond the Gates. He's a little, I don't know,
me
he's different over
too.
there in YNR. It's a different energy.
Yeah, he could be love interest for quite a few different women.
Shoot, Cat.
No,
Why not?
no. She gonna run him back to Genoa City. No,
Oh, Lord, you so
she need a
crazy.
man who's going to put her in check. That's what she needs. I love Kat,
I
but
don't know.
she's very. Some women got that domineering spirit about them.
Gotcha. Well,
And
yeah. Well, I wonder what who. I'm assuming they're probably gonna throw Lauren on the phone. I didn't. I don't see her
yeah,
coming across over there or them going to Genoa City. So,
yeah, I don't see that either. And
uh,
plus, they didn't really highlight any of that
nope.
in the spoilers like they did with like, oh, Devon is coming,
Right.
or
Ridge.
Red. Like they didn't really highlight that. So
Yep. All right. Then we got a repeat of Carlton and Ted, only it's between Derek and Grayson as Ashley referees an altercation between the two of them.
Carlton and Ted.
Yeah, they had a fight over Nicole back early on, remember? At the
Mm-hmm.
nurse's station.
And
So,
they're about to do that again.
no, I said we have a repeat, as in Derek and Grayson does the same
Oh
thing that they
God.
did.
Oh my gosh.
So Derek
What
is
are they
simping
doing with
again, and
Derek?
he's gonna get into a whole fight over that girl.
And then probably banned from the hospital. I'm like, you. The writers have nothing better else to do for this man
Yeah, they need to move him along.
because he's a good looking, maybe a tall drink of water. Like he had the moral compass. He wanted a marriage. He wanted children. You mean to tell me there's no other woman on the show that could have paired him up with,
Right.
or introduce a new character, or make him Joey's son? Anything,
Make him Joyce.
because he has children.
Mm-hmm. That would be interesting, wouldn't it?
Because he said that he was divorced, so nothing happened to the wife as far as we know. She
Mm-hmm.
could easily pop back up, and it was a whole kid and caboodle for
Mm-hmm.
for Joey. Even though I think Isaiah is his son,
I do
but
too.
I mean, there are so many layers with Joey. I mean, Derek could be his long lost son, anything but what this stuff going on with him stalking Ashley.
Yeah, girl. Ooh, child. Tell me about it. I'm
That's a
like,
loaded
why?
question, Gail.
Like, why?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, yeah. They need to do something better with Derek. And you
mm-hmm.
see, Gail Lewis asked a loaded question in the
What'd she say?
comments. Are you Team Cat or Team Eva?
I'm team accountability on both sides.
I can never be Team Eva. I can't do it. I until she humbles herself and acknowledges her faults, because it can't just be one person doing that. Then maybe I can be neutral, but I can't. I just can't. I'm Team
Yeah, well,
Cat.
that's why I don't have a lot of female friends because I don't like picking sides to make people feel good. Not saying
Right.
that with Gail, but or anybody. It's just that there's accountability. I don't like some of the things that Kat said, and I don't like things that Eva do. So there's things that I can pick apart from both of them.
Mm-hmm.
For Eva, for Kat to sit around and call her the BRCA gene, or I wish you was never born, and all this old kind of stuff. It's just like, girl, go to Crash Out University or something. Get some help. And then on the other side, this stuff with keeping a secret for her mother and, the Tomas thing. You can't think to expect that somebody is just going to bring you in the fold like the rest of them because this directly happened to her and her family and she has an impact from it. So there's accountability on both sides, and this whole thing with, hey, should I get on this? I'm gonna call both of y'all out.
I think they both can be called out, but I feel like who gets a lot of the heat
Yeah, but she
is
asked
Cat.
us what team we're on. I know a lot of people have their own reasoning. Yeah, me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm calling both of them out because I don't like either. So there's things I don't like about either character.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I know what's out there. with what people are saying and jumping, taking sides and what they connect to. But I know she specifically, that's why you said it was a loaded question. She specifically asked
Yeah.
where we stand.
And the thing is, it's a loaded question. There's a lot of people, a lot of discussions online
Yeah.
about these two particularly.
Yeah.
Like this dynamic is like a huge focal point for Beyond the Gates.
Yep. And that's to be expected, just like Steffi and Hope was for many years.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Or just like Taylor and Brooke was for many years. It's always some type of rivalry going on the show. Phyllis and Sharon for so many years. So,
Yeah, and like I said, I'm team Cat. I don't think she's ever done anything to Eva. She's been more reactionary, whereas Eva's put a lot of action into causing issues for Cat and not giving Cat her space. So, but that's a whole long that needs a case study of its own.
yeah, well, yeah, I mean, that's the purpose of it, to get people talking. It antagonizes the fan base and it creates division. And that's why I
Mm-hmm.
like to stay in the middle. And I was be like, this is what you need to do. And yeah, because yeah. So that's why I am on that. Um, let's see. Danny propositions Isaiah. We know what that's about because she wants him to model.
Oh, he is so handsome.
I know, right? Bill,
He
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say he does Instagram lives. Y'all check him out. This man is just screen. Oh goodness, the camera
Yeah,
loves him.
gotcha. Bill attempts to reminisce with Vernon is met with disdain. So obviously Vernon don't want to go down memory lane with him.
They loop him in to just about everything, either to rescue them for some of the decisions they make, or like if there's a family crisis, a family, it's like he's a part of your family, and on top of that, Danny still wants to stand. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Friday cliffhanger. Haley is frustrated by the lack of progress in her murder plot. Yeah, whatever that stuff that Bill is given is working very slowly. However, in that same episode, Bill gets some strange lab results back, which is part of that promo.
yeah, so he's about to catch on to what she's doing, and I think she's gonna resort to Plan B and say that she's pregnant or something.
Mm-mm. Yep, well,
I
she
kind
gonna end
of
up doing
figured
something because obviously this ain't working fast enough. But she want that man gone so she can
because
collect.
didn't she start putting drops in his stuff back in October, November, or
Girl, yeah,
something?
this been going on for like 2, 3 months now.
Yes, it's been extra slow. I thought
Exactly.
something was going to happen at the Winter Fest since he
Right.
was speaking.
Nope. Nothing happened. They definitely dragging this out.
Mm-hmm.
Anita is horrified by a loss. So I'm wondering if something happened to somebody she know, or maybe her, I don't know, maybe lab results come back and it's something else. Maybe she didn't gain any momentum with that or something. I don't know, but
Or
that's what it is. What you say?
or you know how I know for like my mom, like the chemotherapy starts taking away like your hair.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So I think it might have to do with that.
Yeah. Maybe she starts losing her hair or something.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. And then finally, to wrap up the Friday cliffhanger, Eva's confrontation with Kat leads to trouble with Isaiah. So I guess there's going to be. Let me see, what is that? That happened on Thursday. Yeah. So on Thursday, there's that. Is that Thursday? No. Well, I
It's
guess there's going to be a confront. Wait, hold on. When was that confrontation? It doesn't. Okay, so it must happen on Friday, and then
and it's a confrontation between Eva and Kat.
yeah, Eva's confrontation with Kat leads to trouble with Isaiah.
Hmm.
So maybe he don't like how it went down or something she said or whatever. So we'll find out. Let's see what she had to say so I can call that out too.
Yeah, something tell me she about to throw something out about Tomas, and he hears about it, and that she can try to get Tomas back or something. Something tells me it has to do with that man.
Mm-hmm.
If it puts her at risk of losing Isaiah, not losing Isaiah. Um,
Yeah. So interesting stuff to say the least. Um, I hope I used to say I hope Isaiah doesn't bother with Cat. Yep.
like you don't want her to get with Isaiah, or I, I don't know. We'll see what direction they go in with that.
Yeah.
But I think she's going to bring up something with Tomas and say, like, I could have had him. He was mine. He was great in the sack or something like that. And Isaiah hears that.
Yeah, that's
And he might
crazy.
actually,
And
and
then
he
that's what
might,
she get. Cause why would you say that something like that in front of the guy that you're currently dating, just to
I
stick it
think,
to somebody else? That's crazy.
yeah. So that's the only way I can see that it would make Isaiah look at her a certain type of way.
Right. I will say there is a photo, a spoiler photo that is there that wasn't listed, but obviously it is happening this week. Is that conversation between Madison and Chelsea? Because obviously that's coming off of the whole thing with her dealer and her wanting her to share into taking drugs, and obviously they have a big escalation about that, and I don't blame Madison because being with somebody that's doing that, and especially in the profession that she's in, she don't want no
Mm-hmm.
part of that.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely on her side. A lot of people online were in their feelings about this couple. They do not want these two to break up, but they said they understand where Madison's coming from. They're mad with Chelsea for ruining the relationship.
She's just a
But
wild child. I don't even know. I mean, look like Madison is ready for something substantial,
serious,
serious. And
mature.
Chelsea is, yes, she's in a relationship, but she still got wild child syndrome in her. I mean,
Yeah,
look at how what before this relationship, she was getting with escorts and threesomes and things like that with people, and she ran into crazy Allison, and and then she ran into this
yeah.
lady who brings a little bit more stability, but I don't think Chelsea's ready for that yet.
No, because she was chasing love. Because remember with Allison, before she found out that she was a crazy person and hired an escort to be her husband, she was happy doing threesomes and
And then she wanted a
moresomes.
relationship with Allison. Remember, I mean, Allison turned
Yeah,
her down and then came back crazy.
yeah. She wanted her to pull out of her marriage to be with her.
What a fake marriage, yeah.
So, and she's not like checking to
Hmm.
see people's backgrounds. Like she's like, there's little to no conversation. It's like, do you like me? I like you. Let's go with the flow. And that's why I always said that Chelsea wasn't the smartest person in the room sometimes, because like she's just too trusting. But she was saying that she was always fluid, she was always loose, she was always sleeping around. So I would assume party favors were involved in those hookups too.
Hmm.
And she catches a whole attitude with Madison. Well, she tells Kat that she doesn't like to be treated like her mom, so she views Madison like her mama about this.
But that's what
And
that looks like when you got somebody solid, grounded. She got her, her life in order. She's just looking for a relationship, and you're just flying by the seat of your pants. You're moving like a child. You're moving immaturely, and she's moving more in a more, I guess, stable mindset. So, of course, she's going to look like your mother to you.
yeah, and I feel like they both started off very, very fast because they were
They
saying
did.
I love you
Mm-hmm.
and or I'm in love with you after like 2 weeks, and she was introducing Madison to her family, her whole family.
Right.
And it was just a lot of just like they were moving like the speed of light, like goodness gracious.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that I feel like they've had talks. I think that they care about each other, but this is a deal breaker for me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to
Yeah.
be with anyone who does that. Plus, I don't know what you're taking. I don't know what your reaction is. If you go to jail, I'm not bailing you out over this mess. Nothing. Uh-uh.
Yep. How long she been on it? I mean, and then her mom is. That's why her mom and Chelsea kind of resonate with each other because. And listen, I'm not gonna knock the holistics because I like the holistic thing. So
Mm-hmm.
that part, but this whole thing with the, I guess, hippie mindset. Allison is more kind of like, let's tote the line the right way and let's get the right medicines and do the right procedures and things like that. These two are not a match. Now, they're
No,
physically attracted to each other, but lifestyle and mindset, they're on two different wavelengths.
I agree. I agree. She wants to lean more towards her wild side. I think she got bored with
Yeah,
being in a relationship because she said she's never been anything serious or anything stable for so long.
right.
It's just not for her, and she wants to be able to move freely. And I think this is probably going to be over for these two. I don't know who else they would put Madison with that lives that same lifestyle.
Right.
Um, but yeah, I agree with Madison that that would be a deal breaker for me because
Listen, what if, here's the thing. What if they break up Naomi and Jacob and Madison end up with Naomi? She don't want no
mm,
kids. They're both accomplished people. That would burn Chelsea's hide. And
has
the
Naomi
actress, from what I understand, the actress off screen is part
is
of the
married.
what?
I think she's married to a woman.
That's what I was about to say. That she's part of the LGBT community. So, it wouldn't, it's a possibility.
Yeah, I can see them doing that because I
She's a
actually like the Madison
doctor.
character.
She's a lawyer. So,
She had the role getting pregnant,
yeah, right.
so I can see that happening. That'd be cool.
And at the same time, I mean, this happens in soaps. You had that between Donna, Brooke, and Katie, where one, like, especially between Katie and Brooke, where Bill went from one sibling to the other.
Oh, that was so nasty. This is
But I
why.
mean, I'm just saying they do that in soap. So
Oh yeah.
I mean, you had Sally with Nick and Adam. Nick went from Adam,
Hmm.
whatever, So who's to say they won't move Madison from Chelsea to Naomi?
Yeah, that's true. I can see that. I actually like the Madison character. I like that there's like different professions that
Mhm.
circulate at this hospital, and there's like layers to her.
Mhm.
Um, so maybe it's time to kind of move her along from Chelsea.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll bring Allison back?
I don't know. That girl there, something else. But who would they move Chelsea to? Chelsea's by, obviously. So she could go either way, either with another guy that comes along, whoever. Maybe she go after Isaiah. Who knows?
That would be hot.
Right.
I think Kat would even cheerlead that on.
Yeah, oh yeah, to get Cat out the way. I mean, to get Eva out the
Eva.
way.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Mm-mm-mm.
So interesting stuff, you guys. What would you give Beyond the Gates for starting off spoiler month?
Oh man, like I'm so jealous of the Canadian viewers because I need to see the episodes now. I'm gonna give it an A-. I am. There's gonna be so many moving parts, so many different layers. I have so many different questions. Tomorrow cannot get here fast
That's
enough. I
enough.
want to see what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I want to see if Kat's gonna cuss out Tomas for checking out her mom. I want to see like Naomi um, try to tell Jacob another lie in his face.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see what's going to happen with Chelsea and Madison. There's just, and then we got the stuff with Anita. Who's this unlikely source that Vernon's going to reach out to?
Right.
There's just so many, it's so much to anticipate. So A-, in short.
Gotcha. Yep. And Gail says Seattle and New England are going to the Super Bowl. So if you got, I am a football fan. The Bears hung in there tight. Man, we've been rooting them on. This is the best that they had done in a very long time. They did lose last week to the Rams, and they could have won it. There was a last minute. We were down by three. We were trying to get into field goal range to tie up the game, or I think no, we were in a tie. It was an overtime, and we couldn't get the field goal range, and there was an interception. So we were trying, but if you guys are a
Yeah,
Super
we
Bowl
tried
fan,
to.
it's coming up on February the 8th. So,
Oh man, my team is the Colts.
and
We were on a roll until Daniel Jones got injured.
oh
Because
man, yeah, we
they
had.
they they weren't expecting us to take off like we did.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah. Well, we'll see. It's the best to me. This is from January through June is the best time of the year for sports for me because I am a diehard basketball fan
oh
and football.
really?
Oh God, yes. I mean, my daughter played for 10 years, so she
Oh,
played
who said
basketball
that?
from fifth grade all the way up to her last year of college. So I was the mom that went to all the state games, the tournaments, AAU, the practices for 10 years. And so now I missed that part, but I still get to watch the sports. She still watches them, my son watches them. We get our brackets together for March Madness. I
Oh, that's
tend
going
to
real soon.
follow the young, I love high school basketball, so, and college. I tend to like next month. February is huge in this area for state playoffs for all of the high school girls and boys. It usually the seeding starts in about another week or so. So I either catch a game locally at one of the high schools because of wherever the regionals are held, or I'll watch it on the high school network and I follow all of the state games and stuff like that. Some of the girls that played with my daughter are now coaches, so I follow them now as well. One of her previous teammates is now coaching at the university that my daughter graduated and played at. So I go up there sometime and support her and her younger sister. So yeah, I am definitely a
Nice.
avid basketball fan.
I
Football is number
see.
two.
Yeah, I watch professional. I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to slowly get into the college football. I think the last time I actually got into basketball was last year when the Pacers
Mm-hmm.
were in the finals and we
You know
lost.
what, Bree? I don't get into NBA until playoff season. It's not
Yeah.
really because it's all up to me right now. Basketball used to be good in the Jordan era back in the mid 90s and stuff like
Hmm.
that because they played for the game. Now it's all about $1 million contracts. In my opinion, that's just me. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with getting your money, but it just seemed like the heart of the game is not like it used to be 30 years ago.
Oh, I agree.
And
I
so
agree.
I tend to see them play harder in the playoffs because now they're going for the championship versus just getting through the season. Whereas the college kids and the high school kids, they're playing for, the high schoolers are playing for college scholarships, and then the college kids are really trying to get that NC2A tournament championship. So they're playing harder and everything. That's why when all the games are preempted in March and everybody have a fit, I'd be like, listen, these kids are getting free college money to play this sport. Let them have that, So,
Right.
and I've been my daughter was her college years. We went to the national tournament because they were in it. So, those things are extremely important, and especially if it's paying for their education and is something that they can express their skill in athletically outside of academically. So, there you go.
Hmm.
All right.
Oh, Sandra, be okay. Yeah, prayers to you. She said they're getting slammed by the
Oh
snowstorm.
my
Oh,
God. Yeah, you guys, please keep warm. There's frigid temps. We were like -5 the other night. It got up to 17 today here.
oh
But we got
God.
slammed with snow. So be careful if you're driving. Stay warm. Check on your loved ones. I had been keeping tabs on my parents, and stuff like that. So, folks that might be having trouble with their heaters and things like that. And you guys
Yeah,
stay warm and safe too.
yeah. I'll send warmth your guys' way.
Yep.
Um, as best as I can.
Yep. Yep.
But
Yep.
my goodness, did they say it's going to like kind of change
Girl.
after we?
Well, who is that in the chat? Cheryl. Cheryl said as the storm seems to be stopped in the Northeast. And I knew that was coming because um, some of my coworkers work remotely in New York, Connecticut, Maryland, and Pennsylvania. And they were definitely talking about that on Friday, that's what they were expecting.
Okay,
Yep.
that makes sense. Hopefully, it warms up for you guys. Isn't Groundhog's Day coming up? The
Girl,
the ground
that
sees the shadow.
please, something we need to get the spring. I need some warm temps. Girl, this is crazy. All right, I'm gonna
Spring is
let you
already
guys
here.
go. I know on the East Coast it's 10 o'clock. Some of you guys got to go to work tomorrow, like myself. Um, and it's like what is it 9:02 here, so I'm on the Central Time Zone. Make sure you guys hit the like button on the way out. Sandra said the snow's supposed to end at 8 o'clock tomorrow night, so
Good.
that's still a
Stay
long
warm.
stretch, though. Sheesh.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, you guys. So make sure you hit that like button on the way out. Everybody, stay warm and stay safe. Until next time, we will see you guys later. Bye, soapies.
Night, guys.